Hi everyone, this is Spectrum of Speech, and Spectrum of Speech is all about embracing different speech patterns. And I'm going to start off as someone who stutters and sharing my experience. In today's topic, we're going to be talking about breaking the silence and introducing stuttering into the workplace. A little background about myself. My parents said that I wasn't producing any sound when I was 3 years going to 4 years, and I started talking when I was 4 years old. It is even now that I got to understand that that's been called being non-verbal. But like as at the late 90s in Nigeria, in West Africa, I don't think it was that known, and even if it was known, based on my parents' educational background, they were not exposed to that aspect. So they just knew that, their daughter wasn't speaking as at 3 years for and growing to 4 years, and they were troubled a little bit. Um, but what I can recollect was that growing up in my primary school, before I could say anything, let me use this example. Before I could say, "How are you doing?" Like, I'll tap my hands on my body, I'll tap my palm on my body and tap my feet continuously before I could say any word. And that continues all through my primary and going to secondary. However, as at that time, I was not really bothered about this because at that particular age, you're not really exposed to external influence into your life and in the way you perceive life. Then I did not really know that it was actually different and unique. And as at then, I love presentations in school, at church, and I noticed something. When I'm giving presentations, I don't stutter in, like, back then in my in primary school. But like as I progressed into my secondary school, I, like, in my JS1, which is like the junior level of high school or secondary school, as it is being called in Nigeria. I noticed that as at that point, I was kind of being aware of my surroundings, of how people see me, and I got into my show. I was not really speaking to people that well, and I would say I started feeling some sort of self-doubt at that level. It's progressed to my gestury. But for some reasons, as I got to SS1, like from my SS1 to SS3, which is the senior level of high school or secondary school, I I stopped being bothered about the way I was speaking. I just keep stuttering away, and I just have this this belief that the way I speak is different and also unique, and I do not care how it comes out. I am going to speak, and if you want to hear me, you are going to wait and listen to hear what I'm trying to say. However, there are some times that it definitely gets to me some points after that time. But from my family background, my siblings, they did not make me feel different. So I guess due to that, I was not really feeling as if I was different. So taking that to, like, to the outside world, it was not really hard for me. Only thing I knew was that I seemed out the kind of people I interact with. I just wanted positive energy close to me. And but yeah, sometimes I still feel some sort of self, like some sort of way. I'll be like, oh, how I wish I can just speak without repeating my words. How I wish I can do XYZ fluently and everything. But I got to know that this is natural. As at this point, I just need to continue learning on how to improve and keep stuttering away. So this also progressed into my MC University days. I kept stuttering away and just have a close knit of friends that were giving me pos- positive energies. So that I feel that was my way of conquering that form of self doubt. I kept people that were my people that were accepting, and even if I am not in their circle, when I step out of their circle, I I was not really bothered the way I was speaking, even if sometimes I would like want to speak a particular way, but it comes out utterly different. But I was not really bothered. Um, Now going to my university days, to my first place of work, also. But one thing that I noticed was that when I get to a place, I stay quiet for a very, very long time. So I can, because I'm trying to absorb the environment energy. And once I've absorbed that energy, I am able to speak better. So this is like my way, my continuous ways of learning about my environment, and also learning to um how to um conquer my speech difference. Even if I know it is unique, I want to be better at it, right? And this uniqueness, I just want to say that imagine you having something that you are the only one that speaks that way in the whole work. So research shows that no two people stutter the same way. So when you have a stutter, you should not feel as if, oh, it is a meaner. So I saw a tweet recently of someone saying that these are meaners of stuttering. I was like, it is not a meaners. It is unique. Like, you have to embrace it and stutter away. Like, the moment you start embracing it, you will see that there are some things that will stop getting to you. Now, being my true authentic self, being knowing all of these things about me, and knowing about ways to go about it. But I will gobsmacked when I started applying for global opportunities. So all through my years, I've been my true authentic self. I stutter away. I do all of those. I have embraced it, right? However, when I started my global search, it was as if I went back to my junior secondary years, me trying to um, be my true authentic self. I got feedbacks that got to me, and I was I was really, at first I was sad. I was sad about, wow, so people do not understand how to support people that stutter. So that was just all what I was thinking about. So because I like being in the positive light, because what is the alternative? I cannot start. So yeah, I'm not calling anybody, I'm not calling any company out here right now. I am not doing any of those. But like, I want this channel to be a reference point, a place where you can always go back and learn how to support people that stutter. And I hope to also speak with people with other forms of speech impediment. Let them share their own experiences, and then also ways they want to be supported. Um Now, in my interviews, the first phase was like, when I go to the interview, because it is something new, right? For me, the global interviews, I noticed that there will be like, after the interview, even no, even the moment I speak, they are taken aback. They'll be like, and they don't even know how to recover from that. So it all just goes downhill from that moment. And I got some feedback about, oh, your English, you will need to have like a C level or a B level English. And when I see responses like that, now you're not saying that I am not qualified enough. You're not saying that the things I said we're not up to par with what you were looking for. You are saying that I should improve in my English. So that means you did not. I don't know if you even understood what I said. Okay. I took it as okay. Maybe they have not experienced this. In my next interviews, I am going to put it out there that I am a person who stutter. I am going to repeat my words. I am going to have long stops. I might use word fillers. So I want us to be on in the same page, like something like that. I always write back to the technical recruiters. I still notice that even after doing that, even after writing back. So my aim for writing to them is that I want them to have an overview of what to expect and maybe research on ways to support me, right? I got positive communication flow and I got negative communication flow, but the negative was more than the positive. Let's say on a scale of 1 to 10, I get 9 negative. Just one person that took their time to research on ways to support someone like me. Now I'm like, I feel it's I don't want to say they are intentional about it, but I feel it's an unintentional bias because you're not listening attentively. Because if you're listening attentively, you'd actually hear what someone who stutter is trying to say. But like by the time you are only about perfect speech, like you want the speech flow to flow seamlessly, by the time you start getting stops, you are taken aback. You don't even know how to recover from that. It is tiring. It is tiring on my end. It is tiring on your end. I am so. So I'm just going to drop some points on what I feel should be done on this topic. So I have shared my own personal experience, and my personal experience, it is even more so. And the last response I got took me from 100 to a 0. I was so sad, and this is me. This is someone that I have been my true authentic self for a long time, but I was so sad. I spoke to my husband about it, and it that last response I got breaded this channel because I did everything by the book. When I mean by my book, so the first thing I did, I reached out to the technical recruiter, telling them okay that I am someone who stutters and all. The interview went well. I was given a test. I always ace my test. Whenever I get to the test phase, it is never an issue for me because I always ace my test. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, I ace my test 9 times out of 10. Yeah, I am that bad. And but I noticed that this information, this stuttering information, is for shared with the next phase, but I don't think they did their own research on how to support me. So that day, after speaking the way I can, because now as I'm talking right right now, my stuttering it is like to a zero. However, when I'm having interviews, it's going to 1,000, it's going to 10,000. It gets 10,000 times worse than it's like I keep repeating my word, and it is not as if I'm pissed or anything. It is that is like I am meeting you for the first time. I have not absorbed your energy yet. I'm trying to know you. So it is naturally that's how it happens to me. Once I'm meeting someone new, I stutter massively. But once I start getting to know you, it becomes even non-existent. So after the interview phase, after everything, I got a response of at this stage in the company, we don't believe your communication will be good. No, like nature of due to the asynchronous nature of our communication, we don't think you are going to be a good candidate. Like so, after writing all those tests, after doing all those tests, you're not saying that my skill set is bad. You're not saying that I am not. You're saying that I am not a good communicator because I don't speak perfectly. Wow. Like that's really got to me. This like I have received so many responses. Then there was one that said that I am that they were looking for someone with an American accent. Please, I am trying to speak. I am even trying to get my tenses right, my words right. I am not going to start thinking about faking an accent for something because I am still trying to get my words right, get everything right, and it is like so funny. So some of my points here that I feel will be ideal for companies to learn. Like you should take time to study unique differences. We are not just like we don't have the same skin color, we don't have the same size. It is not possible for everyone to speak the same way. Like we should have that mindset that their fluency does not mean perfect speech. I really want to ask, are we as individuals trying to save someone that is fine, someone that has difficulty speaking as a whole, that uses sign language? Are we saying that they are not the right candidates for a position because they cannot communicate verbally? And when I see some job posts, I don't even bother applying for them because the bias is just there, and I don't think it's actually intentional. So that's why I need this to be like it should come into our consciousness that we have different form of speech patterns, and we should find ways to embrace them and find ways to support them. So going forward, I want to talk about understanding the stigma and biases around speech impediment. So the first one here is just like I said, fluency equals competence bias. So most times people take we think that someone that speaks is perfect, that has perfect speech is competent, and I don't think that it is intentional. So most times when there is someone that is actually the best candidate for something but have any form of speech impediment, it is always it has been recorded that they are going to be biased about that. So my point is Many people mistakenly associate smooth speech with intelligence, confidence, and capability, leading to unfair judgments in professional settings, which is true. Next point is hiring and promotion barriers. Employers may assume that individuals with speech impediments are not suited for leadership roles or customer facing positions, which is not true. People with speech impediments, they can do things, they can do things. Give them that chance to do those things that they can do. Next point here is social misconceptions. Um, um, as someone that is stuttering, so yeah, stuttering and other speech differences are often misunderstood as signs of nervousness, dishonesty, or lack of preparation. I always experience this during interviews. By the time I start to be like, oh, by the time I start talking, they'll be like, oh, calm down, take it slowly. I take it slowly. This is the way I speak. This is the way I talk. I am actually not nervous, but this is how this is the way I speak basically, and it is just a misconception. And the next point here is workplace interruptions and impatience. Colleague may finish sentences. Oh my god, I hate this. I So in case you don't know, like, it might seem as if you are helping someone that stutters or have any form of speech impediment to finish their sentences. No, please don't do that unless they ask you to do that, but don't. Let them finish their words. Like, wait and listen for them to finish whatever they are trying to say. Don't cut them and finish their sentences, or you talk over. Lastly, many workplaces do not educate employees about speech diversity. I don't think we are. I don't think there is actually a speech diversity movement going on. If there's any, I would love to know and I would love to learn about it. But we should speak more about speech diversity. It's a form of diversity. Yes, we should speak about it and create accommodations for it. So